Welcome back. This is my 2014 Tesla Model S 85. So the issue I was having this time, I installed adjustable tow arms when I first bought the vehicle, but it seemed like I over torqued attachment point on the subframe and it broke. Two options to fix this. One was to have it welded, and it was since this is a cast aluminum part of the subframe, it was probably not going to be as strong as OEM. So I opted out for swapping out the subframe. Brand new subframe at Tesla was going to cost about $1,700. I ended up buying one used on eBay for 250 bucks shipped. This is the brake. This is where the tow arm broke.
The aluminum broke right at the attachment points. Was, of course, after I think 100,000 miles. So, I mean, it could have been that I over torqued it. I'm not really sure. Whatever. Eventually it broke. Now we have a new subframe to replace it. Another job that we'll be doing apart from that is a large drive unit rebuild. Going to be replacing the bearings, as many as I can. I got a full rebuild kit with 8 bearings, seals, everything I need. I'll drop a link in the description. Tesla wanted $7,000 to fix this. Not $7,000 for a full car repair. $7,000 for this unit right here. Independent shops wanted around $3,000 just for the labor, and they still charge you full retail on every single part. This is the large drive unit on my 2014 Tesla Model S rear-wheel drive. It's the motor, it's the gearbox, it's everything that makes this car move, all in one house, and it was failing. Rebuild kit to fix it, bearings, seals, O-rings, everything, 1,200 bucks. My 2014 Tesla Model S85 rear-wheel drive, 140,000 miles. You guys see me fix the door handles, the AC blower, the onboard charger on this thing. Every repair we've done on this car has been DIY. This thing was definitely worth the money. Bought it at Home Depot. Got a 500-pound limit. It was perfect for lowering the subframe from the car, and it worked out perfect as a workbench for taking apart the LDU. Look at that. That Husky lift gate worked out perfect. Here, I'm taking the whole casing apart. As you can see, the lip seal right there has one lip seal where the shaft goes. Here I'm removing the coolant line. That's the part that you do the coolant delete with. A couple taps, break the seal. There you go, motor out. There's the rotor. Super heavy, get a good grip, do not want to drop it. I got a C-clamp, a couple washers, I have to pull them out. I'm starting to notice the damage. You see the wobbliness on that cover? It's not supposed to wobble like that. I could already tell the bearings are in pretty bad shape. And everything there is burnt, scored, not great. Finally got it off. So finally got this somewhat apart, and from what I read online, the common issues have always been that water leaking and messing up the bearing, right? So this is the outer bearing, right? Look at this. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So
Also, I found very little water. I did do the delete, the coolant water delete a while back, but there was some moisture inside. This is the cover, but I'm gonna have to look this up, but it's all oil. Check this out. I think that seal leaked, and there's oil all up in here. I cleaned it up already a little bit. Yeah, oil's not supposed to be where the rotor and the stator are rotating, so lip seal. And as you can see from the rotor outer bearing, just how bad the heat was. Nothing a little bit of heat and 20 minutes of persuasion to help take that off. But as you can see on that shaft, it's effed. Not to the point where it's unusable, but it's scored. Definitely have to clean it up before I put a new bearing in there. "23 minutes. Mother. So here I flipped it over, and now we're taking off the inner bearing. This one was not bad at all. As you can see, that's what it's supposed to look like. Came right off, no problems. And then we move on to removing the cover for the inverter. Now is where you could really see just how bad. Look at all that oil. It's just oil dripping out of all of that down there. I used compressed air to clean it all out. Try not to mess with it too much. Just wanted to make sure all the oil was out of there. Luckily, all the circuit boards have like a protective coating on them. And because of the way the motor sits, it was mostly on that bottom part of it. So it wasn't a whole lot of oil. There's not a lot of oil actually goes into that gearbox. I think it's like a quart. Couple of bolts on the inside of the inverter. They're a little difficult to get to. You can see them. See the ones like all the way at the bottom there? Came right off. A little bit of wiggle and came right off. Couple connections left that I have to take off before I can fully take it off and put it on the workbench. There, got those off. Perfect. Now we go on to opening the gearbox. Had a little bit of help here. Didn't want to mess up any of the connectors. So here's the 1-speed gear reduction. Now these bearings here, because there was no water intrusion into, no coolant intrusion into the gearbox, everything here looked fine. There was a little bit of play on some of the bearings, but I ended up changing only 5 of the 8 bearings. It's because the bearings on the main drive gear are fine, and I needed some special tooling to take it off, and I didn't feel like changing it. So I'm popping all these out. This is where I messed up. So this is where you have to be careful before you pull that primary drive gear. There is a oil pump. That plastic housing there has a pickup and a little oil pump that's gear driven. Now there's a nipple that comes out of the pump that squirts oil right onto that gear. If you're not careful, which what I should have done was remove that entire assembly
before I tried to remove the gear, I didn't, and I ended up breaking it, which is really easy to break. I wasn't gonna wait to order it on eBay used or try to find it new. So what I did is I took some epoxy that was rated for, you know, high temperature or oil resistant. I also have a plastic repair kit that basically melts a piece of wire into the plastic. So I used epoxy and that repair method with a melted piece of wire holding the two pieces together to put it back together, and you know, it worked. So here I'm making sure that the gears I got match the part numbers. So here I am getting ready to clean this up. I had to take a file. This bearing was in pretty rough shape, so I'm taking all the gouges off. I'm lowering the gouges. You have to be extra careful not to overdo this part. You got to slowly file it down without changing the face. Now this isn't like super easy metal to file down, but you can get overzealous and end up causing a flat spot, which you don't want to do, because then it's going to make it, it's not going to be a perfect fit for your bearing. After some filing and running my nail across it, anytime it would catch that's a little high spot, I try to bring it back down. Ended up working out just fine. Take a little Scotch Brite and I clean up the whole shaft. And here's another one of my non-official repair methods. Definitely not in the Tesla manual. Didn't have the right tool to press that bearing into place, so I made my own little thing that worked out just fine. When you're doing that, you want to make sure you're pressing on the inside race. If not, you'll mess up the bearing. You're driving the inside face of the bearing into the shaft. Doing some more cleanup. And here is one of the lip seals. These are the lip seals for the shaft. The lip seal that leaked for me is the one that's on the primary drive unit inside the box. Separates the electric motor from the inverter and the gearbox. All right, so here I'm basically aligning the subframe, making sure that it's even on both sides before I tie in the bolts. Because there is a little bit of play when you're returning the subframe, and you can tie in the bolts and have the subframe be cocked, and then that's feel the rear is kind of walking, even though you're driving straight, but the rear feels like it's crab walking. Set it in place, torqued it, and then after that, I did the rear toe adjustment. Brand new toe arms, heavier duty toe arms. I'll put the link in the description of where I got those from. I got adjustable upper control arms and adjustable rear toe arms. That made a huge difference on my tire wear, especially since I lowered my vehicle with coilovers, and now they last forever now. It's been great. Now that's it. I lowered it, put everything back on. I did some more adjustments on the suspension, and then I took it to my local EV shop, EV Garage in Miami, and those guys were great. They did an excellent job on the alignment. They have a ground alignment lift, which is perfect for lowered vehicles. Basically, the lift sits level with the ground, so you just drive right over it, and then those guys did a great job. Got perfect alignment.